The Sleepy Pony and the Evening Magic. At the edge of a picturesque village, surrounded by green meadows and fragrant flowers, lived a little pony named Kuby. Kuby was a very cheerful and energetic pony who loved to play all day long. He would jump across the meadows, run with butterflies, and play hide-and-seek with other animals. However, when evening came, Kuby had a problem. Although he was very tired, he couldn't fall asleep and wanted to continue playing. One evening, as the sun began to hide behind the horizon, Kuby once again couldn't sleep. He tossed and turned, trying to find a comfortable position, but sleep wouldn't come. Finally, he decided to get up and look for someone who could help him. Kuby wandered through the village until he came across an old wise owl named Wise Owl. The owl sat on a branch of a large oak tree, observing everything around with her big, shiny eyes. "Good evening, Wise Owl," said Kuby. "I can't fall asleep, even though I'm very tired. Can you help me?" Wise Owl looked at Kuby with concern and smiled. "Good evening, Kuby," she replied. "I see you have trouble sleeping. You know, there's evening magic that can help you fall asleep peacefully. But you must be patient and listen carefully." Wise Owl told Kuby about the first part of evening magic, the evening rituals. Kuby decided to give it a try. He returned home and began preparing for sleep. He brushed his teeth, put on his pajamas, and lay down in bed. But despite all these preparations, he still couldn't fall asleep. He tossed and turned, his thoughts still revolving around play. The next evening, Kuby went to Wise Owl again and told her that the evening rituals hadn't helped. The owl smiled and said, "It's time for the second part of evening magic. Try listening to calming music or bedtime stories. This might help you relax and fall asleep." Kuby went home and asked his mom to read him a bedtime story. His mom sat beside his bed and began reading about the adventures of brave knights and beautiful princesses. Kuby listened carefully, but when the story ended, he still couldn't fall asleep. His thoughts were still full of games and adventures. Kuby went to Wise Owl again. This time he was very worried. "I tried evening rituals and bedtime stories, but I still can't fall asleep," he said sadly. Wise Owl looked at Kuby with a warm smile. "Don't worry, Kuby. There's one more part of evening magic you need to learn. It's the most important part. You must learn to breathe deeply and calmly. Close your eyes and imagine you're in a meadow, surrounded by flowers and birdsong. Breathe slowly and deeply, and you'll feel sleep slowly approaching." Kuby went home and decided to give it a try. He lay down in bed, closed his eyes, and began to breathe deeply. He imagined himself in his beloved meadow, where he played all day. He heard the birds singing and smelled the flowers. Slowly, he felt his body relax and his thoughts become calmer. Soon he fell into a deep and peaceful sleep. From that day on, Kuby learned to use evening magic. Every evening he performed his rituals, listened to bedtime stories, and breathed deeply, imagining his beloved meadow. Thanks to this, he slept peacefully and woke up full of energy for new adventures. Kuby understood that sleep is very important and that sometimes you need to learn how to relax to fall asleep. Thanks to the wisdom of Wise Owl, Kuby discovered that the evening can be magical and full of peace. And so, little Pony Kuby lived happily ever after, enjoying every moment of day and night.